Okay, good morning children. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is probability, the last chapter of the first term. Okay, first term, last chapter. Okay, so probability. What is probability? Last year we have learned few many things about probability. What about probability? Probability means it is possibility, isn't it? What else then we have learned about probability? Probability of an event is given by, what else we have learned about probability? Probability of an event is given by
P by number P of number A.
P of A is equal to N of A by N of S, number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. And what we know about the probability? Probability of an event always lies between
0 to 1.
0 to 1, and sum of all probabilities is always 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. Okay. So all these concepts we have learned last year. Okay. So now this year we are going to learn about different types of probability distribution. We are going to learn about different types of probability distribution. Okay. So before we start learning different types of distribution, we should know what is meant by probability distribution function and all. Okay. So write the heading probability. Chapter name is probability. Take your textbook also with you. Take your textbook, pencil and all. Shubham, good morning. Turn on your video, Shubham. Shubham, turn on your video. Shubham, send me the project. Okay. I've been repeatedly asking you. Till now I didn't get the rough. Others and all, they have started doing fair copy. By 5th, on September 5th. I think it is the last date given for submission. Other Anila Mohanan, you have started writing the fair copy? Yes. What about Aparna's? I think it is almost over. That day you are saying about conclusion, isn't it? Aparna, is it over?
No, ma'am.
No. By 5th will it be ready? Shubham, turn on your video. What about Karthik? Is it over?
Ma'am, writing part is over.
See children, one thing you have to keep it in mind. You have to keep the PDF form of this one chart. Okay. Okay children. So in probability, the first thing you are going to learn is random variable. Okay. Write the heading random variable. What is a random variable? So this year we are going to learn about new things. Random variable. What is a random variable? Okay, listen all of you children, listen. Suppose, okay, you consider the experiment of tossing of 2 coins. I am tossing 2 coins. When you toss 2 coins, what are the outcomes you will get? What are the outcomes you will get? When you toss 2 coins, how many outcomes you will get and what are the outcomes? Yes?
4 outcomes.
4 outcomes. Which are the 4 outcomes? Head, head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head. Okay. So these are the outcomes. Now I am going to define a variable. X denotes number of heads. X denotes, look at here, it denotes the number of heads in toss of 2 coins. In the toss of 2 coins. When you toss 2 coins, okay, X denotes the number of heads in toss of 2 coins. So when you toss 2 coins, what are the possibilities? What about the number of heads you will get? Imagine you are tossing 2 coins. X denotes the number of heads. What are the possibilities? When you toss 2 coins, how many heads you will get? Yes, right? Yes, children. How many coins you will? How many heads you will get? When you toss 2 coins, sometimes both will be head. Is or no? Both will be head. So X will be 2. Sometimes we will be getting 2 head, or sometimes we will get 1 head, and sometimes no head at all. Is it clear? So what about the X? X is a variable. What is meant by variable? It can take different values. It will be taking different values. Note that point. Okay. X is a random variable means X can assign. We can assign X some values. So here X will be taking the values in a toss of 2 coins. In a toss of 2 coins, suppose X is assigned as number of heads means X will be taking the value 0, 1, 2. What is meant by 0, 1, 2? No head, 1 head, 2 head. Is it clear, children? So here in a toss of 2 coins, suppose X denotes number of heads means X will be taking the values 0, 1, 2. Is it clear, Tomlin? Tomlin, is it okay? Now, okay, is it clear? Now, look at the next experiment. Okay, so write down this, children. These are teaching notes, you note it down. Afterwards, you can mark the definitions in your textbook and you have to learn it. Okay, so what is a random variable? It is defined as a variable whose values are determined by the chance, determined by the probability. Whose values are determined by the probability, by chance. Here, when we toss 2 coins, I will be getting 0 head, 1 head or 2 head because X denotes the number of heads. Look at the next experiment. Look at the next case. Suppose we denote X is number of head in a toss of 3 coin. In a toss of 3 coins. When you toss 3 coins, X denotes the number of head. So what is the possibility? What are the possible values you will get? X denotes number of heads in a toss of 3 coins. Yes, tell me, children. So what are the values X will take?
0, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, X will take 0, 1, 2, 3. So X will take 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Now, look at the next case. Suppose X denotes. Okay. Look at the next case. Suppose X denotes the roll number. Okay. So roll number of the students. Roll number of a student in class 12B or 12A. X denotes the roll number of a student in class 12A. And imagine 12A is having 15 students. 12A is having 15 students. So what are the possible values X will take? What are the possible values X will take here? X is the roll number of a student and there are 15 students in the class 12A. So what are the possible values X will take here? Roll numbers usually we start from 1, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is it clear? Okay. So now look at the next one. Suppose the marks of 10 students are given like this. Marks of 10 students are given like this. Out of 10. 8, 9, 7, 5, 4, 6, 9, 10. Okay. So X denotes the marks. X denotes the marks. So now tell me what are the values X will take? What are the values X will take?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, very good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it clear? What are the values? X is the marks. So X, the marks here It starts from 4 until 10 we have. Now is it clear? Is it okay what is meant by random variable? So x takes the values 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I am going to find out the probability of each mark. I am going to find out the probability of each mark. So look at this data and tell me what is the probability of getting 4? What is the probability of getting 4?
1 by 10.
It is 1 by 10. What is the probability of getting 5? That is also 1 by 10. Is it correct? What is the probability of getting 6? 1 by 10. What about 7? 7. Look at the mark 7. So mark 7. X can take the variable 7 and this mark is occurring 2 times. So probability of getting the number 7 is 2 out of 10. What about 8? That is also 2 by 10. 9. 1 by 10. 10 is 1 by 10. So when we draw a table like this, we will take the random variable x along with its probability is called probability distribution function. This is called the probability distribution function. We take, we find out what are the values random variable take and we assign the probability of each variable. Each values we write the probability. This is called the probability distribution function. When you write the probability distribution, listen children, don't write, first listen. Look at here, we have to consider all these 3 points. These 3 points are very important. When you add up all the probabilities, what is sigma pi? Look at here, when we add up all the probabilities, what we will get? Look at here, when we add all the probabilities, what is the answer? 1 by denominator is 10. You add the numerator. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9?
Ma'am, for 9 it's 2 by 10.
9? It is 2. Okay. So look at here. So are you getting 10 by 10? You should get 1. You should get 1. Sum of all probabilities must be 1. For a random distribution variable, sum of probabilities must be 1. If you are not getting 1, then keep it in mind, we have done some mistake in the probability. So probability of all the events is 1 and each probability, that is P of I, will lie between 0 to 1. 0 less than or equal to Pi, less than or equal to 1. Sum of, the probability always lies between 0 to 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. Is it clear? Up to that, is it okay, children? Is it okay? Is it clear what is meant by random variable and what about its probability distribution? Is it okay?
Yes,
Let us do one more activity. So suppose 2 coins are tossed. Suppose 2 coins are tossed. Listen children. So these are the questions will be asked for the case study questions and all. Suppose 2 coins are tossed. For each head, listen children, suppose suppose we are playing a game with 2 coins. We toss 2 coins. For each head I will gain rupees 3. Will gain rupees 3. And for each tail we will be losing rupees 2. We lose rupees 2. For each head we will be getting rupees 3 and for each tail we will lose rupees 2. X denotes the amount we get. X denotes the amounts, different possible amounts. Write the probability distribution. Write the probability distribution of X. Write the probability distribution of X. Write the probability distribution of random variable X. 2 coins are tossed. For each head we will be gaining 3 rupees. For each tail we lose 2 rupees. X denotes the different amounts we will get. Write the probability distribution. Write the probability distribution of X. How to do this? So what is x here? What are the values of x? What is the x here? It is the amount, isn't it? Yes or no? The amount we get. That is what we call it as x. So first, for finding x, first we should write out the sample space. What is the sample space here? When a toss of two coins, what are the sample space? Possible outcomes are head head, tail tail, tail head, head tail, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So now if it is two heads, so when two heads are there means, suppose we get two heads, how many rupees we will get or how many rupees we will lose? If we get two heads, for each head we will get 3 rupees. So 2 heads means we will gain 3 plus 3, we will get rupees 6. What about one head? Suppose we get one head means, one head means we will get 3 rupees, and for one tail we will lose 1 rupee, so we will get rupees 1. We will gain 1 rupees plus 1. What about no head? No head means both are tail, isn't it? No head means both are tail. So we will lose minus 2, so we will get minus 4. We will be losing 4 rupees. Okay, so we lose, okay, the amount we lose, we take it as negative. So look at here, what are the possible values of x? Don't write children, plus listen. So here, x takes the values, x takes the different amounts. So x is a random variable which takes the values 6, 1 and minus 4. Is it correct? X takes different amounts. What are the different amounts possible? 6 rupees, 1 rupees and minus 4 rupees. Now I am going to write the table. Okay, I am going to write the table. Xi, P of Xi. Xi means what are the values of Xi? So x. So how many times I will get rupees 6? How many times I will be getting rupees 6? Probability distribution means after finding the values of the variable, you have to find out the probability of each value. How many times that value will occur? How many times you will get 6? Look at here. 1 by 4. Tomlin, are you able to follow this? Tomlin, Femina, this concept and all is very important. Okay. Now look at the next case, 1. What is the answer? For 1.
2 by 4.
So 1 means we are getting 1 head. So 1 head, there are 2 cases, so it is 2 by 4. And minus 4, Xi will take minus 4 if both are tails, isn't it? No head. So that one also possible, 1 out of 4. Now look at here, when you add up all the probabilities, what is the answer? When you add up all the probabilities, its value is 1. Are you getting the value as 1? Okay. Once you write the probability distribution, you can check whether it is correct or not. Okay. Is it over? Is it clear? Is it okay, children? Is it okay? Is it clear, children? Is it okay how to write a probability distribution and all? Okay, now take the textbook, mark all these points in your textbook, mark all these things. Take page number 345, random variable. Okay, in the beginning itself it is given random variable. A random variable is often described as a variable whose values are described by chances, that is by the outcomes of a random experiment. By the outcomes of the random experiment only we discuss all the outcomes. The next page, page number 346. Okay, a random variable is called discrete. What is meant by discrete? If the values are finite, we call it is discrete. Here, here look at the two examples we discussed. X takes value 0, 1, 2. Okay, it is some finite, 3 values it are taking. Or x takes 5 values. So, if it is discrete, if it is countable, finite, then we can say the random variable is discrete. Sometimes it will be taking infinite numbers, then we will say it is a continuous one, non-discrete. Non-discrete means it is continuous. So, mark it in your textbook, page number 346. Look at this third paragraph. A random variable is called discrete if it assumes only finite or countably infinite number of variables. The random variable can assume non-countably infinite number of values called non-discrete or continuous random variable. Okay, then the probabilities, probability distribution function. Probability distribution function. Okay, next one. In probability distribution function, what are the possibilities we discussed? We learned some properties. What are the properties? Look at the properties of probability distribution function. Okay, it is given as notes. Look at the first point. Sigma p of xk will be less than or equal to 1. If you take a probability of an event, it will be less than or equal to 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. Sum of all probabilities is 1. Third one, p of x less than or equal to xi. For example, listen, look at this experiment, children. Look at this activity. Listen, all of you, sit straight. Look at this activity. Suppose we want to find probability of x less than or equal to 5. What does it mean? We want to find the probability of the random variable x when it takes value less than or equal to 5. That means we have to take x value as 4 and x value is 5. We want to find probability of x less than or equal to 5. That means x takes value up to 5. That means x can take value 4, x can take value 5. So, what you will do? We will be writing like this, x takes 4 or x takes 5. What is the probability that x takes 4? 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10, we will write this as 2 by 10. Okay. Suppose it is asked like this, what is the probability of getting x greater than or equal to 7? X takes a value greater than or equal to 7. That means p of x greater than or equal to 7. So, x is a random variable whose values are greater than or equal to 7. That means what are the possibilities? X takes values greater than or equal to 7. So, what are the possibilities? X can take 7, x can take 8, 9 or 10. Is that no? P of x greater than or equal to 7 means x will be taking the value 7 or x takes the value 8 or x takes the value 9 or x takes the value 10. So, yeah, we have to add up all these probabilities. 2 by 10 plus 2 by 10 plus 2 by 10 plus 1 by 10. So, the probability will be 7 by 10. Okay, when we do the problem, you will understand. Okay, so based on this, only the third property is given. Look at the third probability, p of x less than or equal to xi. Means up to xi only you can take. So, it will be same as p1 plus p2 plus etc. up to pi. X is greater than or equal to xi means pi pi plus 1, pi plus 2, etc. up to pn. Okay? So, using this probability distribution function, we are going to do some problems now. We are going to start doing the problems. Now, write the question. Write the question, children. A random variable x, take your textbook, exercise 9.1. First one. A random variable x has the probability distribution. Shubham, are you having the textbook, Shubham? Shubham, you have the textbook? Okay, write the question. Write the question. A random variable x has the probability distribution. A random variable x has the probability distribution 0, 1, x takes the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A, 4a, 3a, 7a, 8a, 10a, 6a, 9a. So, these are the probabilities given. You have to determine, first question is determine A. First one is determine A. And what is the second one? Second one, find P of x less than 3, P of x greater than or equal to 4, P of 0 less than x less than 5. 0 less than x less than 5. Listen all of you children. Please listen all of you. Okay, sit straight. This type of questions are very, very, very important. Mark it as important. Okay. Here value is not given. We are given with the probability distribution table. We are given with the probability distribution table. And what is asked? We are asked to find the probability. We are asked to find the probability. What is asked? We are to find the determine A. So what we know? We know that sum of all probabilities is 1. Sum of all the probabilities is 1. So here P of x means it is Pi. Pi means probability of the event. Okay. So sigma Pi is 1. So A plus 3A plus 4A plus 7A plus 8A plus 10A plus 6A plus 9A is 1. When you add up all the probabilities, you will get 1. Tell me what you will get here. It is 4A plus 11A plus 18A plus 15A is 1. So what is the final answer? What is the value of A? Karthik. So you are getting 40. Yes.
Ma'am, 1 by 48.
Yes, A value is 1 by 48. Okay, A value is 1 by 48. Up to this, is it clear children? Up to this, is it okay? Is it okay? Aditya, Tomlin, how to find this part? Is it clear? Aparna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now look at the next part. What is asked in the second part? We want to find P of x less than 3. Okay, we are asked to find P of x less than 3. So look at here, x is less than 3 means what are the values you have to consider? Less than 3, smaller than 3. That means x can take value 0 or x can take 1 or x can take the value 2. So it can take 0, 1, 2. So that is same as a plus 4a plus 3a. So we will get 8a. So 8 into what is a? 1 by 48. So we get 1 by 6. It is 1 by 6. Okay, it is 1 by 6. look at the next one. Look at the next case. What is asked in the second part? X is greater than or equal to 4. So greater than or equal to 4 means, what are the possibilities? Which are the cases you have to consider? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. This year, this term, as you have MCQ, don't write more steps elaborately. Try to do it with the minimum steps. So here what is asked? P of X greater than or equal to 4. That means you straight away look at here and add up and write the probabilities. What are the possibilities? 8a plus 10a plus 6a plus 9a. What you will get? 8a plus 10a plus 6a plus 9a.
33A.
33a. And a is 1 by 48. So what is the answer? 33 by 48. 33 by 48. Is it correct, children? Don't practice it to write so many steps. You understand it and do. Focused on the part what we are doing. Okay, so 0 less than x less than 5. What about in this case? 0 less than x less than 5. X takes values between 0 and 5. Between 0 and 5 means 0 and 5 is not included because it is strictly less than. As it is strictly less than, 0 and 5 is not included. So we have to take only those values 4a, 3a, 7a and 8a. That means, yes, what is it, Aditya? 4a, 3a, 7a, 8a. Is it 22a? It is 22 into 1 by 48. So it will be 11 by 24. It is 11 by 24. Now write the next question, children. Look at, okay, is it over? Shall we do the next one? Yes, write the next one. Look at the next question. Second question. X has a random distribution. Okay, write the question. X has a random distribution. X has a random distribution. The table is given like this. X and P of X. X has a random distribution. X and P of X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0.15, 0.23, 0.12, 0.1, 0.2, 0.08, 0.07, 0.05. Okay, what do you have to find? E denotes x is prime number. X is a prime number. F denotes, F is x less than 4. We want to find P of E union F. We want to find P of E union F. Okay. So first you write down what is E. Okay. X is given, F is given. We want to find P of E union F. So first you write what is E. Okay. What is E? X is a prime number. So in E, what are the possibilities? Which are the prime numbers you will get? 2, 3, 5, 7. Isn't it? 2, 3, 5, 7. So what is P of E? P of E means you may get 2, you may get 3, you may get 4 or you may get 5. So what is P of E? 0.023 plus 0.12 plus 0.2 plus 0.07. This is P of E. What about F? F means x less than 4. X less than 4 means you can take values 1, 2, 3. Therefore, what is P of F? What will be P of F? 0.15 plus 0.23 plus 0.12. So, this one will give P of F. Next, you find out what is E intersection F. What will be E intersection F? What is E intersection F? Common to both. So, it is only 2 and 3. So, find out what is P E of intersection F. So, it is 0.23 plus 0.12. Our aim is to find P of E union F. What is the formula we have learned? P of E union F is P of E plus P of F minus P of E intersection F. P of E plus P of F minus P of E intersection F. Apply the values and complete it. What is the final answer, children? Can you give the final answer? What is the final answer? Okay, so do one thing, complete it and we will be discussing the answer, okay, in the next period. One more period we have, before that complete it, okay, learn up to this and come, okay. Okay children, with this we conclude the session now. Thank you.